Evening. It's been a couple of weeks since there's a video, so just a little update. I had some time off work last week, so I didn't get an awful lot of painting done because we were out and about doing other things. But yeah, I've got a few bits done the last couple of weeks, particularly these. These are Iberian, I guess Spanish, infantry for the Carthaginians. I've done 2 units. I'll put the other one up in a minute. This is the first unit. They're Victrix plastic figures again. Probably bored of hearing me say that, but yeah, I do really enjoy them. They're lovely figures. I've got a stack of them as well because I ended up, you can buy 2 packets. You can buy an armoured and an unarmoured packet. So I wanted to sort of mix the unit up a bit, so I've got a packet of both, which means I've got a ton of the figures. So yeah, they'll probably get a lot more units done of these over time. But yeah, for the moment I've just done a couple. I've got my first game of To the Strongest tomorrow night actually with the Carthaginians. So I wanted 2 units for that, so they're done and ready now. So yeah, we should be good to go for the game tomorrow night. Chances are, you know how it goes. You put an army out for the first time, you spend ages painting it, getting it all ready, and I'm sure it'll get its ass kicked. But yeah, just in it for the game. So if that happens, it happens. But it should be good fun. Yeah, so as I say, don't know what else to say. They're say standard Victrix figures, mixed up as a unit of 10 there, which again I've said to say this every time. I think it's quite a small unit, but for the game itself, that will fit nicely into a box with another unit behind it if need to be, which is how it needs to work. I've got 5 figures to a base because these are quite dynamic and take up quite a bit of room. With some of the more closely packed stuff, you can get probably 6 on a little base, but yeah, with these I need to spread them out a little bit more. But let's say they're fairly sort of ragtag unit anyway, so they should be quite useful hopefully. In the game, they look like they might be quite powerful troops as well because they're armed with javelins which they can throw around, which is quite useful, and they also have pilums or some sort of equivalent heavy throwing weapon, which they can chuck in at the beginning of a combat, which makes them a little bit more powerful than a standard unit of spearmen. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how these go. I'll put some close-ups in towards the end, but yeah, you can just get a little bit more of a look at them. I've kept them fairly irregular, but I tried to put a bit of a theme through them this time. This is sort of you might notice there's a few little green bits around them. Everyone's got some sort of green on them, whether it's just the guy's headband there or whether it's actually part of their cloak. I get the cloaks. I didn't put too much colour into the cloaks because I figured that was probably a little bit unrealistic, but I might be wrong on that. But be it the crest on their helmet or even just the trim on their tunic, whatever it might be, there's some sort of green theme running through it. The officer I did give, or the commander there, I did give a more of a brighter green cloak. So yeah, nice unit, hopefully. I'll put the next unit up as well in a second. As I say, we'll put some stills at the end, but bear with me. Yeah, similar unit, but again, a red theme going through this one. You can see that guy's headband there on the left, guy's cloak at the back, crest, whatever it might be. There's a little bit of red somewhere on all of them, so it just ties them all together a little bit. Helps you identify them on the board as well, without making them look sort of too uniform. So yeah, really pleased with how those turned out. The shields, again as always, Little Big Man Studios. I'm not going to claim credit for freehanding those, and no work could have done that. And the bases are the Luke's Apps or Luke's APS Mediterranean Soil, I think, which is the all-in-one basing material. The only thing I've added to that is a few tufts as well, just to add a bit more to it. So yeah, another unit, or another 2 units, which yeah, hopefully means I can play. Well, definitely means I can play my first game tomorrow night. So looking forward to that. Other than that, there was just one other thing I want to say actually. Obviously, been keeping up with everybody's videos as best I can. A little bit behind again, but we'll catch up. But there's one particular shout. I was watching a video from Chris Waring, and that's the name of his channel as well, a couple of weeks ago. When he seemed like he was, right word, but yeah, he seemed like he was a little bit disappointed, I think is probably the best way of putting it, with the amount of views he's getting. It certainly doesn't seem to match up to his subscriber base. He did disappear from YouTube for a little while. And be a shame to see him do it again. So he's putting up some good videos. He's mainly doing he used to do a lot of Napoleonics, and he had a nice collection that he built up. See if I can leave that there. But he's now doing a lot of ancient Romans and Greeks, and the last one I think was a couple of units of Celts, and they look really, really nice. So if you're into that sort of thing, certainly if you're watching this, then you should like what he's doing as well. So give him a look. That is the name of the channel. So if you just try to type that in the search engine, that should come up. Failing that, he tends to comment on my videos as well, so you may well see his comment below and be able to get to him through that. I'm sure most of you know about him already, but if you don't, as I say, give it a try. Other than that, I don't think there's too much more to add. It's just a quick update, really. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, subscribing, everything else, commenting. I've had a couple of new subscribers lately, so thank you very much for that. Welcome. And yeah, and for everyone else that's putting out videos of their own, keep going, keep them coming. And if you know of any other channels that I don't know that you think I might not know about, then by all means shout me in that direction as well, because yeah, always up for watching more content. So thanks a lot, take care, mind yourselves in the heat, and we'll see you again soon. All the best.